I mentioned that we need to have action board. The action board helps you to bring your ideas into impact. So, saying there, turn your ideas into impact. Set up action plans to push with purpose. Those action plans. That's why I said I want to make emphasis on action board rather than vision board. Vision board is very important, it's part of it, but action board will actually take you into the stream of things. There are 5 actions. Clarify the vision. Start small. Start small rather than starting nothing. Start small. You know, don't undermine the days of little beginning. So you start small. You're already in the action. Stay consistent. Consistency is one of the factors of success. It's one of the factors of success. We have people like Steve Jobs, for example, who for about 12 years he was out of the very company he started before they called him back. But that 12 years, he was still in that innovative drive. And he came back to Apple in 97 or 98, and then Apple Incorporation took another level. Billions, capitalized in billions of dollars, much more than ExxonMobil. So, stay consistent. Measure the progress. Then turn the vision into reality. So action board is very key for us to embrace. As we're coming to the end of this, I'll jump into the last session now. Now, I came up with this, which I refer to as the vision risk assessment. What am I talking about here? Vision risk assessment is simply telling us, yes, you are a visionary, there are certain factors you have to consider. Your vision may be taking you beyond your borders. It will be taking you out of your familiar area. Vision has a force. It has a force of purpose. So there are things you need to consider that you need to have at the back of your hands, which is I call the vision risk assessment. Now, we always, number one is the constant change. The constant change, it means that, you know, the very idea vision that you have, that may be changed in dynamics. It's one of the risks. And that's why we say that time and season matters when it comes to your idea, when it comes to your concept. Some people will get to the market before you, but when you do something with the ideas, you are already in the market. So we look at the risk of the vision that we carry. The operational challenges. Operational challenges is one of the risks that you must have at hand. You know, vision is not an island. It is made open to like-minded people and the beneficiary. And those who have to benefit from your vision and your ideas may become your challenges. The very people that you employ into your vision may become your challenges. So it's very key for you to have it at the back of your hand. Government policy may have its own constraints on your vision. Change of policies, taxations. You may think that your sector is tax-free sector. But in this government we have now in Africa, every sector is taxed. I believe so. So you need to know that operational challenge. You need to be conscious of that. You need to be conscious of that. If you are doing development or property development in one town or the other, the brother was telling us that he was representing an NGO in the north, and he has to share an hotel where bandits were occupying some sections, and he has to do a research there. So many things can happen. Then, of course, financial risk. The financial risk is that you have put so much money in that vision on paper. But the risk there that you have to evaluate potential issues with funding. You have to think about the financial capital. Those are the financial risks that is there. The donors, reaching the donors concerning what you have been planning for the past 5 years. Lastly, innovation risk is cultural and linguistic barrier. That's why I said you may need to take your vision outside of your comfort zone, outside of your immediate cultural zone. There are dynamics, cultural dynamics in that area. So you need to have this cultural competency as well in readiness for what you might need where you are taking your business. It might also be business culture. I've seen some business from other part of Africa, I don't want to say Nigeria. They came to establish in South Africa, and because of the culture shock, they did not last. It's not about money. It's about you understanding the cultural dynamics of where you are taking your vision to. You must understand. I also heard about the story of a certain global brand designer, and what they did was they copied a cultural color of a certain ethnic group, like what Ms. Ronke is wearing there, and what Ms. Fumi is wearing there. And this global brand used the pattern on their designs. And those group of people in that society, they sue them. Why? Because those colors are our heritage colors. And this brand has sold millions. And they sue them. So you need to have this in mind. This risk assessment of the vision, the ideas, the markets that you are taking your business to is very important. Just have a few to go.